Baltimore, soaking wet on the roofs of their houses. You can see the bombs arc over and explode, the red glare of the rockets. They can't see the fort, they can't see you, and they can't see that flag. But they know it's there. How do you know if you can't see it?
Because if you lower your flag, it's a
Okay. But you wouldn't see them lower a flag. You can't see the fort. You can't see the flag. How do you know it's still there? You can hear what? You can hear the people shooting back. Right! The bombs bursting in air, and the rocket's red glare gave what?
Light.
Proof. Not light. He never says he saw the flag at night. He says they gave proof through the night. The flag was still there. This young man is absolutely right. The battle's still going on, right? Would it make sense for the world's greatest navy to fire at a fort that has surrendered? No. So if the battle's still going on, those bombs and rockets are still going off, who's still here defending the fort? You guys, right? The American soldiers up on the rampart. The problem is that at 7:30 a.m., September 14th, 1814, the last British bomb hurtles over and explodes over the fort. After that, quiet. No more bombs. No more rockets. You're 8 miles downriver with Francis Scott Key in the city of Baltimore, 2 miles away. Your proof is gone. You still can't see the fort. The rain has stopped. The smoke's being pushed away. You still can't see the flag. You can imagine 50,000 people, young men or women, yelling across alleyways and rooftops. Can you see the flag? Does anybody have a spy glass or opera glasses? Has anyone heard what's going on at the fort? What's happening? And for an hour and a half, they start to panic. Icy ball of dread forms in their stomachs. If you've ever had to wait an hour and a half of life-altering news, it's a long time to wait. Did you get that job? Did you get into college? Was the kid born yet? I mean, things that are really important that are going to change your whole life, you have to wait a long time. That can be very, very stressful. Those 50,000 people know that whatever happened here inside this small fort is going to dictate their fate. If the fort is fallen, the city is done. 50,000 people will be homeless because British infantry and Royal Marines will march in and burn it to the ground. If the fort held, though, the city is safe. For an hour and a half, they're wondering what's going on. If they do catch a glimpse of the flagpole, they don't see this big flag. They see that 17 by 25 foot flag has been ripped apart, sopping wet, hanging there. The early morning breeze which is pushed away the smoke and mist can't unfurl that heavy, rain-soaked flag. You've ever had a bath towel completely soaked, heavy, you know, it's against the wall? Flag. So at 9 a.m., Major Armistead, pacing the rampart, looking downriver at the British fleet, says, you know, I don't know if they're going to fire again, start the battle over, if they're maneuvering, resupplying, but I do know this. It's 9 a.m. And every single morning at 9 a.m., as a military post, we do two things like clockwork. We fire the morning gun,
Raise the color.
and raise the colors. Yeah. Why not? Why not do what we do every single day? That'll keep my men jazzed, pumped up, their adrenaline flowing. We're going to go about our daily routine. We'll assemble the men up and raise the flag as if that battle hadn't taken place for the last 25 hours. It'll be like we thumbed our noses pretty clean. Pretty cool. So at 9 a.m., Major Armistead gives the order that a huge flag is brought out, unfurled. They lower that rain-soaked storm flag, put the lines up to this huge 30 by 40 foot flag, and as the fifes and drums begin to beat out Yankee Doodle, 4 or 5 soldiers haul on that rope line and raise that 50-pound flag up to the top of the pole. And when it hits the top of the pole, it flies out, just like it is now, flapping over the ramparts. You can imagine what it was like to be in here down there. Exactly. Except for they were throwing their hats in the air, too. 1,200 men set up on the ramparts here, like this young man said. They cheered for over 20 minutes. And if you've ever cheered for 20 minutes, you're a little hoarse. Maybe you can play the lobby at the end of it. But for 20 minutes, those soldiers cheered. And that deep-throaty roar started on the ramparts. Fort McHenry spread like wildfire across the rooftops of the hall. 50,000 people. That huge flag flying over the fort. And the image of that flag over the fort is burned into their memory. They will never forget it. You know, 8 miles downriver at this moment, well, another American watching the exact same moment, Francis Scott Key. He not only watches the moment like the city of Baltimore, but he does one better. He begins to write about how he felt, the relief. First of all, the relief. Is the flag still there? Did we win? I don't know what happened. And then finally, the relief and having won the battle. In effect, what he does at that moment is take a verbal snapshot. When you think of some of those famous photographs in American history, many of them, again, are of the flag. Francis Scott Key was the first one. He just had to use words. First time in American history, one specific event full of emotion and meaning is associated with the Star-Spangled Banner. And so from this moment on, from 9 a.m. September 14th on, Americans are going to begin to look at the flag differently, especially as Key's words begin to make their way to other states farther and farther away. Finally, to the frontier and the sticks, way out in the territories of Indiana and Illinois. Okay? What we're going to do now is bring this flag down and kind of recreate that moment where they lower the big garrison flag and raise the small storm flag. So everybody gather right out here. You're going to catch the flag as it comes down and gather it into yourself, okay? Don't worry about taking the flag off the rope line. I'll do that. Okay? Get around here.
And
there you go. All right. You're going to need both hands free. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab that bottom red stripe, very quickly get people around all 4 sides of the flag, and then bundle it up loosely. Okay? Here we go.
Go get it, Elizabeth.